C. Langford, 2. Hawthorn, R. Dipierdomenico, 3 votes. St Kilda versus Geelong.
Robert Dipierdomenico of Hawthorn has 9. Bruce Abernethy of Collingwood also on 9 votes. On 8 votes.
Hawthorn, R. Dipierdomenico, 2 votes. Hawthorn, J. Platten, 3 votes. Hawthorn, T. Wallace, 1. Hawthorn, J. Platten, 2 votes. Hawthorn, R. Loveridge, 3 votes. Melbourne versus G. Hardy, 1 vote. Sydney Swans, G. Williams, 2 votes. Sydney Swans, P. Hawke, 3 votes.
Grand finalists again on Saturday. Robert Dipierdomenico, perhaps one of the dark horses for the Brownlow and still with a real chance, 11 votes. John Platten has 10. Rod Lester-Smith 6, but hasn't polled a vote in quite a few rounds now. Richard Loveridge 6, Langford has 5, and Tuck also has 5 votes. Greg Williams with 16 votes. Glenn Hawker of Essendon has 11. Likewise, Robert Dipierdomenico from Hawthorn, and then follows Dorotich, Platten and Abernethy. But Hawthorn, the Hawks leader, 2 of them actually, Robert Dipierdomenico 11 and John Platten 11, but they haven't polled that well in the last few rounds. Richard Loveridge has come up to 9. Rod Lester-Smith 6, he got those 6 votes very early in the season. Chris Langford 5 and Michael Tuck also 5 votes. This board at the moment, Greg Williams has a 4-vote lead. Glenn Hawker on 13. Shane Morwood of Collingwood, perhaps one of the surprises, on 12 votes, polling really well. 3 players on 11. Dipierdomenico, Platten and Paul Root.
P. Russo, 1. Hawthorn, C. Robertson, 2. Hawthorn, R. Dipierdomenico, 3 votes. Hawthorn, T. Wallace, 1. Collingwood, P. Dacos, 2 votes. Hawthorn, R. Dipierdomenico, 3 votes. Round 21, Essendon versus Fitzroy, 2 votes. Fitzroy, M. Dwyer, 3 votes. Hawthorn, G. Deere, 1 vote. Hawthorn, J. Dunstall, 2 votes. Hawthorn, T. Wallace, 3 votes. Carlton versus North Melbourne, Essendon, P. Salmon. Footscray versus Hawthorn. Hawthorn, J. Dunstall, 1. Hawthorn, R. Loveridge, 2 votes. Hawthorn, J. Platten, 3 votes. Fitzroy versus Sydney Swans. Sydney Swans, S. Wright, 1 vote. Fitzroy, G. Pert, 2 votes. Fitzroy, W. Loken, 3 votes.
Equal winners. Williams of the Swans, Dipierdomenico of Hawthorn, both on 17 votes. Greg Williams, Bertie Dipierdomenico.
And the Hawk scores for the first time. That's the stage to the winners to come to the stage to receive their medals from the Commissioner of the Victorian Football League, Mr. Jack Hamilton.
Hawthorn's Robert Dipierdomenico, the first winner from the Hawthorn Football Club of the Brownlow Medal. The Swans, Greg Williams. Paul Roos, once again third in the Brownlow
checked. And that is the slate holder that we have at the moment. There is now, of course, count back, so we have to be exactly sure. And let's hope that neither of the players is disappointed. One isn't suggesting for one moment that they would be. But with the tie, we have to be exactly certain, and Gary Clayton is going through the votes now to avoid any discrepancy in the count, which shows on the leaders' board at the moment that we do have two winners, Greg Williams and Bertie Dipierdomenico from Paul Roos in third place, with Glenn Hawker in fourth place on 15. And the guys are waiting, we're waiting. I'm sure the man with the most perspiration, though, is Gary Clayton. I think we'll have to buy Gary a calculator for next year to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
There isn't any doubt in my mind that it is a draw. Williams voted in 8 games with 3 threes, 3 twos and 2 ones. Bertie Dipierdomenico, 4 threes, 2 twos and 1 1. Dipierdomenico in 7 games. Greg Williams in 8 games, 17 votes apiece.
Gary Clayton going through the count now. But Bob, I was just wondering, seeing the two boys having a can of Fosters, do you think that'll be the last one they'll have this evening? Although Bertie's in training still for next Saturday's grand final, so he'll have to be very careful.
I don't think he'll have too many, Jack, and it's the first time that a Hawthorn player has ever won the Brownlow Medal.
And, well, I wonder if they can cap it off on Saturday with the win in the grand final. Jack Hamilton on screen there, and there's Bertie Dipierdomenico, commonly known as Dippy, a great, colourful player, a very strong footballer, and Williams has had a great season. Looks as though Dippy's broken down. We'll go back to Peter Landy right now.
We're all breathing a lot easier, Jack. It is a tie for the 86 Brownlow.
Officially announced that the first ever Brownlow Medal has gone to the Hawthorn Football Club in the person of Bertie Dipierdomenico. Sharing the 1986 Brownlow Medal from the Sydney Swans, Greg Williams. I invite you to drink a toast to our dual Brownlow medalists for 1986. Another case of 2 people being awarded the major prize in 1986. I give you Bertie Dipierdomenico of the Hawthorn Football Club and Greg Williams of the Sydney Swans.
Ladies and gentlemen, a tie. Should we go alphabetically? Bertie or Greg? Who's first? Come in, Greg. He's older, isn't he? Come in here. It's a great honour to win a Brownlow medal. I guess it's an even greater honour when you're the first ever Brownlow winner from Glenferrie.
Yeah, I'm speechless. So absolutely speechless.
That would be the first time?
Yeah, it's a big honour. It's nothing I've ever expected, and to be the first at Hawthorn, well, that's well, you know, you're down the history books now, aren't we?
Bertie, in the markets, in the discussion between the alleged experts, your name was never mentioned. I'm not quite sure what the unofficial betting was on it. Did you give yourself much of a chance?
Not really, but I got $1 on 50 to 1, so all right. Not really. No.
You are seldom caught short for words, but in the team this year, with the situation at Hawthorn being so even, Johnny Platten getting a lot of votes, Jason Dunstall got a lot of votes, Rod Lester-Smith got a few votes early. Did you give yourself any chance early in the count?
No chance whatsoever. I come here for the free feed, actually. When you look at our side, we've got some consistent players, and really I thought the Go Buccaneer was our best chance, and well, I'm glad it didn't win, but as I said, it's something which I never expected.
I'm not going to trade lines with you because I'd come off second best. Would you like to thank anybody out there?
What can I say? Thank the umpires, and really I've got to thank a lot of people, especially the guys at the Hawthorn Football Club, and our coach Alan Jeans and the administration out there, because those people, especially in the last 3 years, have helped me towards my football career and whatever. And once again, thank you, coach, and thanks to the boys, and hopefully we can finish off a good year on Saturday.
Bertie, congratulations. Well done. Good luck on Saturday. Greg Williams, joint winner at the Brownlow. Well done. If Bertie Dipierdomenico is the wild man of football, you are one of the quiet ones. You went to Carlton, didn't have any luck there, then you were at Geelong. What's made the difference up in Sydney?
I'm not sure. I didn't see much difference in the players, but we just happened to win the game, so that's the difference. We won games, I suppose.
Do you think being in the centre gives you an advantage insofar as gaining votes from the umpires are concerned because you're in the play a lot?
Oh, yeah, obviously you've got an advantage if you're on the ball and in the play all the time, so yeah, it is an advantage.
You, of course, were one of the favourites, unlike Bertie, who was not expected to win. How did you feel the count was going? Did you give yourself a reasonable chance most of the night because you led for a lot of the rounds?
I was obviously, well, to get a good start, which I'm not really quick off the mark, so I was good quick off the mark and stuff. So,
not as quick as some of your handballs.
No, I'm just wrapped, and I'd just like to thank all the Swans players who are, been fantastic, and Tom Hafey, of course. My wife, she's been great to me, Mary, and
My wife, can I have this, please?
I'd like to thank Mary anyway.
Greg had his script organised, Bertie.
Anyway, I'd like to thank Mary again. Thanks, Mary. And, there's a lot of people I should thank, but you can't thank everyone. I'd like to thank Dr. Edelson. He's had a bad trot, but he's looked after me. Yeah, I mean that. I'm not trying to be funny, I mean that. I thank you very much. And just all the players, and I just hope Hawthorn and Carlton have a great game this week, and I hope it's good for football.
Might be the Swans next year. Congratulations, our two Brownlow medalists, Greg Williams and Bertie Dipierdomenico. Well done, guys. Worthy winners, and that won't must have really seemed like a whole football season to them. We'll take a break from the counting of votes for the 1986 Brownlow from the Australis room at the Southern Cross, and we'll be back to check the final votes tally in just a moment. Joint winners, Robert Dipierdomenico with 7 votes, Johnny Platten 14, Richard Loveridge 11, followed by Wallace, Lester Smith and Robertson. In the club voting, the final placings, Williams and Dipierdomenico are tie, Paul Roos in 3rd place, Glenn Hawker with 15, Johnny Platten 14 and Bruce Abernathy 13.